Hello guys, Tutor here once again with another Path of Exile 2 video. This time we are going to focus on Spectres finally. There's 2 days and 11 hours left until the actual launch, and we did get in the patch notes, over here the changes they did to some of the monsters that will subsequently apply to the Spectre variant. Yesterday during my live streams I went through all of these ones, and I also added them in the spreadsheet that we have over here on. I mean, it will be in the description of the video as well, but I have it here open so I can show you a bit what I did and yeah, what I tested on these ones and which ones I think they might be good or eventually even like a top Spectre, right? Like they already are in the top Spectres on the website, right? We have the top Spectres here on the POE2 Spectre wiki. Let's close down this one. So there's no, like, I'm pretty sure, like, for nobody, there is no surprise the Valguard Grenade, it's still a top Spectre, and also the Cultist Archer. Both of these ones received good buffs, like this is a great buff on the Cultist Archer. They were already pretty good. I need to see in 0.4 how good they will be with the new changes on the Nova projectiles, since Nova projectiles makes their clear really good. And the Valguard Grenade, of course, has a cooldown on the oil grenade now. And this, I know some content creators or I don't know, some people online thought that this is a nerf, but it's actually a buff because this is the bad grenade, right? So if you look here on POE2DB, if we look on the grenades, this is the one that deals damage. It's on a 2 seconds cooldown, right? This is the one that is the most interesting one. And the one that got a nerf, and it will be 11-second cooldown, is this one, is the oil trap. The oil trap, all it does is create a burning ground. And the damage, it has no multipliers and so on. This is not a problem. It means that they will no longer alternate between casting this grenade and the oil trap, and they will cast the explosive grenade with the damage multiplier more often. So this is a damage buff. On the Valguas, they were already pretty strong. They will be even stronger. So yeah, they are very good right now. I think it will be a lot better than before. All right, so let's go one by one through them, like, briefly. Also, I will let you know that I might not do any kind of in-game footage right now. I can just show you, like, this is the character I did the testing on. It is the level 93 Titan that I did as a fresh start. I haven't got any gear from the other character. This is the gear I found in the SSF in, like, I don't know, like 30 or 40 hours of slash played. It might be more now because I did some testing and so on. Okay, this is the total time I have on the character. However, I did a lot of testing and AFK and so on. So I would say it's somewhere around 2 days that I played on this character and got the gear and the setup and so on. The setup is level 29. I have +9 from the global modifiers. This is by all means not very end game. Like, usually if you play Trade League, you should get to this point in like 2 or 3 days, right? It should be very easy to get to this point. And the testing I've done for these new Spectres, I've retested everything I've done on this character, right? It doesn't have, like, it has like only 300 spirit. I only have the Bones of Uller for spirit cost reduction. I don't have the belt with Ralakesh. I don't have the helmet with Ralakesh. By the way, in the next patch, we will only have one talisman of Ralakesh, and probably it's gonna be on the belt, right? Because it will double it if you use the Abyss belt. Alright, so let's have a look. Let me tell you about some of these. The Frost Wraith, this one, I'm not a huge fan of this one. I have comments here as well. The problem with the Frost Wraith is that the Nova skill that deals more damage is not casted by this one. They didn't say they improved the monster AI, they only said they lowered the Spectre cost and reduced cooldown of some skills. It's very clunky. I think the Nova is supposed to be cast if they get engaged on or something. So if you have like a mixed army with the master, it will not do well. The projectiles are pretty nice. Like, you can do wild shards and pierce and even Nova. and they will be pretty good if you do like a, I don't know, weapon swap build, but the damage is low. So I don't know. I'm not sold on this one. I don't think it will be good, to be honest. We have to see. I will test it in 04 as well. Same goes with the lightning rate. I think lightning rate will receive the lowest Spectre cost. It might be 71 now, or maybe both of these will be on the same level. The damage is good. It's very nice that they pierce all targets. You don't have to use pierce support. Change stand times is mostly irrelevant, but it might be good if you do like ricochet or something. Ricochet, of course, doesn't help a lot in open maps. Damage is a bit better, I would say, than the frost rate. It could see some play by some people. Some people might like it. It really depends the spirit cost. They did nothing for the AI. They did nothing for their HP. I think their HP is very low, and they get killed if you don't invest into their defenses a lot. So I don't like this one a lot. Like, I don't know if this one will make it viable or not. We'll have to see though. Vile Vulture, I think this was already kind of strong before. It is gonna have improved monster AI and lowered Spectre cost. I hope the lowered Spectre cost will not come with decreased HP or damage. I don't know how they balance that one. If it stays the same and it will have like 84 cost, I think it will go down to 84. I think this is a good contender for a lot of builds. And I know a lot of people were doing like a Vile Vulture Tame Beast or Vile Vulture Spectre with Titan, for example, and getting all the life nodes. And they are actually pretty good with Infernal Legion. So I think this one might see some play. It's not bad. I like it. I like the Vile Vulture. I think this is good. They leap a bit too much and damage is okay. It's not very high, but can be okay. Now the Faridun Impaler. This is actually one of my favorite Spectres. It does have a lot of abilities. I need to see what they did with the improved monster AI in 0.4, but I think this one has good potential. The damage numbers are fine. The abilities are kind of okay. I think they need to cycle through them more better, let's say. And also the improved monster AI, I hope it also reduces some of their cast times, because they spend a lot of time during their animation instead of dealing damage. It can be good, it can be fun, it can be like, I don't know, thematic in some way, but I don't know. I think this one has potential. The Bramble Hulk, it says that improved monster AI and reduced cooldown of some skills. I tried this one. We need to see what improved monster AI means. The reduced cooldown of some skills, I do hope they removed. They do have like a ally in rage that seemingly does nothing as a Spectre. Maybe it does something when he's a minion. But if this one stays, this one is a wasted cooldown basically and a wasted animation. And I think this is what makes them not even yellow color with potentially good. If this one gets removed, or it actually gets does something to your allies, like it starts rage, I don't know. If that's the case, then they will be good, right? But if this is in their kit, it's not okay, because this is what makes them bad. They will stay in one place and do this one when the cooldown is over, and it's a wasted animation. They don't deal damage. The slams and the lip slam itself, also the lip slam, is kind of good because they have a multiplier on that. And I don't know, it might be good, but once again, I hope they remove this or they make it actually do something. That's how they fix it. I don't know what improved monster AI means, so we have to see. Okay, the Skeletal Reaper, they named it this way, but actually in game it's called the Night Gaunt, by the way. This one is pretty bad. Like at this point, is very bad. They say they improved the monster AI and rebalance monster power, resulting in lower Spectre cost. I'm afraid this phrasing means that rebalanced monster power will mean the damage numbers get a bit reduced as well as the cost. Maybe it goes to like 60, I don't know. However, improved monster AI, if they didn't touch movement speed, this one will be completely useless because they move very, very slowly. And their bleed ability, they do like a... They submerge, they become like untargetable. And when they emerge, they would supposedly have to bleed, but that one has very low AoE and it rarely even happens. So this one is pretty bad. I hope they fixed it in some way. So far, like, I cannot recommend it. Like, I don't know what they did. We have to see. Cultist Archer, once again, I talked about it at the beginning. This one is already good. It's already in my top 10. I think this is probably is gonna be the top 3 Spectres or top 5 in the next patch, in my opinion. Improve Master AI, reduce cooldown of some skills. This is great. It was already good. Spirit Cost is not bad. You can use it straight up in the campaign as well. I'm a big fan of Cultist Archer, to be honest. Black Strider, I don't have a lot of opinions on this one. Only thing that I can say about them is that these ones killed me a couple times in the campaign and a lot of time in the end game when I didn't pay attention. Their projectiles, they have a shotgun with the mortar. Apparently, they increase the web mortar skill damage and reduce cooldown, rebalance master power, improve master AI. So this one might be very good, actually. But I cannot test it now because it's not spectrable, so we have to see in 0.4. Mud Simulacrum, once again, they said that they did slam damage more consistent, reduce cooldown of some skills. I'm not a huge fan of this one because it's very slow. It has a 7.5 seconds cooldown on the slam. The slam damage more consistent. I don't know what it means. The cone is very low. The AoE is barely visible, and I don't know. I think these ones are not good. We have to see what they did with them, and if they made the ability more clear and if it has a cone or something. I'm not a huge fan of this. Werewolf Prowler, once again, these ones are kind of bad for the cost. Like, the damage is not very good. They did say they slightly increased attack damage, but nothing else. Problem is they also have a Howl EAS, Werewolf Prowler Howl EAS. You can see the animation when they're doing this. I'm not sure what it does because it doesn't seem to do anything in game as a Spectre. So if they change this one as well, they might become useful in some way if they are gonna buff your allies, right? Alright, next one, the Ancient Azomite. This one, they adjusted the lightning arrow skill to correctly be attack damage. This one, be careful, guys. Like, this one has a lot of variation. Let me show you. This one has like a lot of variation. You need to go into the red veil and look for the ones that fire arrows with their bow, right? And the arrows that they fire is actually the lightning arrow from POE1. And this lightning arrow, before, it had spell damage whenever it would hit the lightning damage that they do, right? So that's what they are changing. They're changing this one to an attack tag. This means you can use like lightning attunement to buff also this first part of the damage and the second part of the damage. And you can easily scale it for attack damage only, right? That's very nice. So I think this one can be very good. The only problem is very slow movement speed. So if these guys, that's why they don't have any color here. If they are not touching the movement speed, they didn't say anything about improved master AI or anything. If they are not making this at least on par with the skeletal archer on movement speed, they will be useless. Like, you cannot go with their speed. They are moving extremely slowly. So no, these ones, I don't think they will be good unless movement speed is changed. Brimstone Crab, same story as the Ancient Azomite. They look cool, like the damage can be good. If they have more movement speed, they could be interesting because they can shotgun with their abilities. They are reducing cooldown on the skills. The cost is not very high. They also look kind of cool. I'm actually a big fan of some of the crab monsters we have in games. Also the quill crabs, the porcupines, and so on. I think this one can become good in some builds, but we have to see. Also, there is a big problem with Brimstone Crab. They deal fire damage, and as you all know, fire damage is not great in POE2. So I'm not sold on this one. Like, they need to do more. They need to touch movement speed as well for this one to become viable. The Mar Acolyte had improved master AI. For this one, what did I do? They have 8 seconds cooldown on their slam and 3.5 seconds on the throw fire. This one can become actually good with improved master AI and reduce cooldowns of skills. But the damage is not very high. Once again, it's fire damage as well. So I'm not sure how good they will be in endgame. You can play around with them while doing the campaign and doing early mapping and so on, but I think it will fall off. And on bosses, it might be actually not that great. Quadrilla, however, as you can see, I said potentially good. I tested this one and I was kind of impressed already. And they improved Master AI because they say only that's what they did. They might make them very good because they have very good stun build up. Like they will stun lock even high HP targets. And with the impact shockwave buff, we might do some very nice stuff with the Quadrilla. They are also kind of tanky. Damage is decent, so we need to see if this one works. This one might work with the Shaman, right? With Rage and so on. So we have to see. This one is actually quite promising, if you ask me. All right, the Iron Sharpshooter, this one's pretty bad. This guy has a laser, and basically, as I wrote in here, has an identity problem because the barrage that they do, which is, by the way, barely visible, is attack physical damage. And then they have a chaos spell damage on the other ability. So what do you scale? Do you scale the physical damage? Do you scale the chaos damage? And then you have to scale attack damage and chaos spells and so on. So it's not, this is not fun. Like, I don't know what they did with the improved monster AI. We have to see. We have to see. But at the moment, it's not fine. Iron Thaumaturges, I was actually kind of impressed by these guys. They cast very fast. This is a spellcaster, and they have decent damage. On the fireball though, the flamethrower is kind of bad, but the fireball is pretty good. You can use it with Nova projectiles and Pierce with weapon swap, and they'll do pretty fun. Like I think this one can be good. Also, damage numbers are decent. Spirit cost is not bad. We need to see what they did with improved master AI and reduce cooldown of some skills. Okay, fungal proliferator. This is straight up bad because of the movement speed. The AoE on the explosions is kind of bad. Like the cone, they do like a cone AoE where they drop some pods, and these pods explode after a while. So if the map is like, as every map, like monsters are moving around and so on, they will just step over those things and those things will explode on nothing, right? So it's kind of bad. I don't know what they did with the master AI and reduce cooldown of some skills. If they reduced also like the time until the pods explode, it could be good. But if they didn't touch movement speed, these are bad, like straight up bad. They also deal chaos damage, is not clear from here. If you look in the POE2 DB, we have nothing. We only have this for them, so we have no idea what type of damage they deal with the fungal cascade. Seemingly it is chaos damage because I did brutality and it was dealing no damage or close to no damage. So it's seemingly chaos damage. It's kind of bad though, like I'm not a huge fan of this one, but we need to test it in 0.4 and actually see what's going on. And once again, the Valguard grenade, this one doesn't need any kind of introduction or explanations. I did specify why I think this one is a buff, like a big buff in the beginning of the video. So yeah, the biggest winners is the Valguard and the Cultist Archer, and the ones with yellow are the ones that I think have potential to be good. However, I'm gonna test every one of them in 0.4, and I'm gonna do a new video, probably not on everything, but probably on the ones that are actually good. Like I am gonna test everything, and if something is exactly the same as before and it doesn't make any difference, I'm not gonna do a new video. But for some that are good, I'm gonna do new videos, and I'm gonna post it on my YouTube channel. All right. All the changes that they make for the spirit cost and comments, I'm going to also add to the main Spectre resource sheet here, and also on the website, right? On here. So we'll have all the changes here. Maybe for the beginning, I'm also gonna have like a new entry somewhere around here that is saying like 0.4 buffed specters or something. Also the Spectre Spotlight will suffer some changes, and also the top Spectres, right? So bear with me while I do this during the first few weeks of the league. All right, that's it from my end. This is already like a 20-minute video, even without showing any footage. I can just tell you a bit about my starter plans, since I don't know, of course I'm gonna play Spectres. I'm gonna do actually this druid. I'm trying to do the shaman druid with Furious Wellspring. I think this will become pretty damn good. Has the potential to be very good because you can share a rage with your minions. Apparently there will be a keystone, and we also have a passive point in the tree at the moment that you can share this with your minions. We just need to make sure that the regenerate, it will actually apply regenerate to the minions and not just giving them the rage. Because if they reach decay, then it will not be very consistent. So if this doesn't work and the rage is not doing is not doing too well on the minions, I am probably gonna just respec into the Oracle. And the Oracle will be also kinda interesting because of these two, right? The Traveler's Wisdom and the Unseen Path. I think we can get very nice stuff for minions from these two nodes, as we could see also in the presentations, right? In the announcement they made. All right, so yeah, that's my plan. I'm gonna start Druid. I'm gonna do, first of all, Shaman. If Shaman is bad, I can respec, of course, because it's the same base class. I can respec into this one. And I'm gonna do Spectres. So I'm gonna do Spectres most likely with Master setup, as I usually do. And yeah, hope for the best. After a while, I'm gonna also try and do the Tactician build that I have from Cantrip. Cantrip theory crafted like a build for wolves. You can do Tactician and then use a Talisman, right? And you do watch how I do it, and whoever pays best for banners as well. And this one is your defensive node. And you basically get all of the companion nodes down here. And also these things, right? You get the Warlord Berserker. This is, by the way, this is also the requirement for the Druid Shaman to work, the Furious Wellspring to work for minions. You can share it via Warlord Berserker. But it's very, very important to see what does rage you can also get to allies in your presence, and also what some of the changes they made in the patch notes mean for the rage generation. Whatever, we're not looking right now because the video will become even longer than 20 minutes. So yeah, that's it from my end. I'm gonna probably have like some videos on my starter in the following days, maybe the day before the league start. On Friday, I will post another video explaining my league start, and yeah, that's it from me. I'm gonna continue updating the stuff for Spectres, and let me know in the comments what you think about the Spectre changes, and if you think any of these make sense or do not make sense. And of course, hit the like button and subscribe. I'm gonna do a lot of content regarding Spectres and minion builds during the next few weeks and during the entire league, basically. I really enjoy Path of Exile too, and I'm gonna do videos maybe up until 0.5 even. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.